There's absolutely no doubt about it. Trial of the Ancestors can be incredibly profitable. So last week, I did a little experiment. Can you and should you go all in? And what does that look like? At a basic level, all that means is all you do is run the league mechanic. Now this has taken me completely out of my comfort zone. I normally don't buy anything I like to self-sustain. But in this experiment, I've been buying silver coins by the Divine. At time of recording, a Divine would trade for around 270 silver coins, so that's quite a lot of runs. For this endeavour, I did roll a brand new character, something that clears really fast, and for that I chose Manny's Tornado Shot Deadeye. I have tailored this build slightly for my needs and I will link a POB in the description. I strongly suggest you do not level using the league mechanic, it is very slow XP wise. That said, there is one thing the league mechanic is incredibly good for, and that is actually leveling a character above 90, because we cannot die in the league mechanic, and that means no death penalty. So whilst the leveling is a lot slower, the fact that you're not dying means you're not losing any XP, which probably evens out around about the same. Now this lower XP also extends to our gems. Our gems will not level anywhere near as fast, so I suggest either buying these or leveling these up first before you start doing this. So there are several bonuses to doing the league mechanic. 1. There is practically no time in your hideout to procrastinate. And 2. You don't have to roll maps, you just keep going in and out of the league mechanic. Now obviously, the 5 Divines you saw at the beginning of this video is very rare. I only got it once in the whole run. That said, I did make a very decent amount of currency at somewhere between 35 and 40 Divines. Around 10 of the Divines came from pure currency, the remainder came from selling tattoos. Now as you know, I do not like trading in this game, but selling tattoos was fairly easy. It's like selling essences, they sell really quick. Now when selling tattoos, I do suggest you scroll a little into the sales page before you sell, because there's a lot of people at the beginning trying to artificially lower the price. Don't fall for this. I did drop 2 tattoos of the Ramako Makanga. This tattoo is immensely profitable. It retails at around 10 Divines. It's also absolutely amazing for a Tornado Shot build, so I put one of these straight into my build and then kinda regretted it all the way through the rest of the leveling. Now my build at this point is pretty expensive. But once I got over a ranking of 850, it started to really struggle getting one shot all the time. The problem with the league mechanic is, as you go up through the ranks, the difficulty starts to scale exponentially. This means that instead of doing a tier 16 map in a couple of minutes, it can take much longer to do even just a round of the mechanic. And that's because you're relying much more on your team than on yourself. So once you start reaching the ceiling at which your rank starts to really impact your build, you have to waste some time throwing matches to lower your rank back down, and this is very slow going. Now the idea of deliberately throwing the game doesn't sit well with me, it feels kind of cheaty, and at this point I kinda stopped the experiment. So in summary, if throwing the tournament doesn't bother you too much, this is a perfectly viable strategy, especially if you like the league mechanic as much as I do. Let me know if you've done something similar and how you found it. Now if you haven't played much with the league mechanic and don't know what you're doing, I have a guide top left. I have been toying with the idea of making a guide of which of the actual troops are best to use. If you think this will be useful to you, let me know. And with that, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time.